I help people. Help people? My God, you listen to yourself? God damn, nigga. What about Mr. Wright? What about him? What about Kevin and even Rob, or man, boy, your dad? And all the niggas you and your little motherfucking minions done plotted on in between. Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny, Carvel, him, her, bodies. They're all dead. That's how you help Franklin? No. No, I made me and my people rich. Fuck kind of life will they have without me? They don't see it that way, nigga. And that's why this whole thing's about to fall apart.
Now that was a fine piece of acting by the little British Denzel. Bruh, as tough as it is to play your inner conscious, you gotta admit, he nailed that shit. That was my favorite part of this episode. And I also thought that this was gonna be a red wedding. This bitch turned out to be a white wedding. And what do I mean when I say a white wedding? You seen nothing but teeth ear to ear from everybody because Unc, in conjunction with Scully, spiked the chocolate with LSD. I was like, damn, to my folks still going to Golden Corral, eating up that little fondue machine. How would you like it if your fondue was spiked with LSD? And for those of you wanting to know what the hell is LSD because you've just heard the acronym and you've never actually known what it means, well, your boy Mike got your back for your curiosity. LSD, lysergic acid diimethylide. Okay, I ain't too good on my Greek because I speak English, but that's what it is. Basically, it typically induces and includes the intensified of thought, emotion, and sensory perception. And I'd be damned if we didn't see all that in this episode. Boy. And this piece of acting by Damson Idris making me want to say, damn, son, you addressed the issues going on with Franklin. Loved it. He nailed it. And we're going to break it down right now. If you're finding me for the first time, please subscribe. Follow the podcast. Hit me on Twitter and Instagram. Continue sending me all the leaks and stories and things you want me to cover on my channel. And if you're an up-and-coming YouTuber or Instagram person, you want to get up here with me and wrap it up, try to build your audience, I'm about that life. This episode started out with my girl, Louie. Lord have mercy. Damn you, Louie. Just damn you, Louie. Making the side deals with Touchdown Teddy. And he done touched down with Lou. Lou wants to be the connect, wants him to be her connect. She has no idea Touchdown Teddy is about to take down Franklin. And so she's like, look, I was going to go to Colombians, but I hit you up. And did you guys see the look on Oso's face? Oso know that for Franklin, this is a no-no. Franklin don't want to hear nothing about this. And I'm just wondering, how is Oso going to spill the beans to Franklin, not only about what Teddy is up to, but how is he going to break it down what the Aunt is up to? Eventually, he's probably not going to have to do that. But in this moment, we're probably all thinking, damn, Oso is holding a whole lot of stuff that's going to save Franklin. Then we go to the Cuban National, talking to Sissy, and he wants Teddy bad as hell, but he also wants to take down Franklin because the only way they can get everything they need on Teddy is through Franklin. And in this moment, Sissy is still a little resistant to taking down Franklin, but she does let this man know that there's about to be a wedding and all the cartels is going to be in there. Everybody going to be in this wedding except for damn Kane. I mean, this wedding was almost like a Snowfall family reunion, just didn't bring the people that died. Then, ladies and gentlemen, in the next clip, I got to give a big shout out to the homegirl, Monique Nicole. She was on the channel with me last night. Please go subscribe, check that young sister out. She has been one of the constant voices with a few of my subscribers who said they don't think anything is wrong with V. And in this moment, I'm starting to believe that theory, ladies and gentlemen. V went to Kane. So my theories that I had about her being associated with Kane being the baby, you can scratch that shit. That's out the window. She went to Kane because she wants to look this man in his eye to see if he's telling the truth about backing off from the family. And as much as I don't want to believe it, I believe him, ladies and gentlemen. He's backing off. He told V she has nothing to worry about. Baby is going to be safe. Ain't nothing going to happen. And I believe him, but something happens at the end of this episode that is going to turn him a different direction. And you know who put that in motion? This chick right here, Louie. Lord, Louie. Louie. My Louie. You was my girl all this time. Angela Lewis, you playing the hell out of Louie. I love you. I hate you. I love you again. Now I hate you again. In here having the discussion with the Unc about the wedding and everything going on with the wedding, and letting Unc know that we're going to have to deviate from Frank. And Unc ain't really cool with it because he know Franklin going to be mad as hell, but he's riding with his woman. And everybody loves Unc because he's so loyal, he's strong, he's a man's man, he's all those things. And then he's got that sensitive spot when it comes to the needs and wants of the people that he cares about. And you know what? He survived this episode. Nobody died in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know, man. Maybe Unc is going to make it to next season. Then, ladies and gentlemen, they go straight from that into the wedding. Got to be more careful. This wedding had, like I said, everybody in it. Wanda and Avi is in it. And by the way, they cleaned Wanda up well. Wanda was looking rather nice in this episode. You got people spying, listening to the family, trying to get people in trouble out there in the FBI van, the CIA van, or the Colombian National van. I think this is the Colombian National vans, surveilling everything. And we'll talk about how they're able to get all this clear sound and audio. And then we got to this scene right here with Scully talking to the chick over at the fondue machine. The minute I seen this, I said something is about to be up. And for a minute, I thought Scully was about to do something crooked. He over here talking to the chick about the fondue, and I also thought that he might was trying to holler at her. But we later learned what Scully was really doing. And you gotta love this dude, Scully, man. He has the most D-knowledge quotes of anybody on TV right now. And I want to see Scully in some more things because I kind of like this dude, man. I want to see him do some other things. Then we get our first look at Cuban National, who done somehow, some way made himself into the damn wedding as a butler, serving drinks, looking all dap and near. You can't even tell this dude is with the FBI because he is wearing the hell out them Clark Kent glasses. And then Sissy seen him and her smile went upside down. She was like, what in the hell you doing in here serving drinks? She wasn't all that thrilled that he was in there, but she let it ride for the moment. We see Franklin eating strawberries. And at this moment, people, I was already wondering, is there something in with this food? Because you got the Cuban National serving drinks, and I'm thinking maybe he's spiking drinks. And then you got Franklin saying, I don't drink, I'm going to eat strawberries. And the girl tell him to take the whole plate. At that moment, I knew something was going to be up with the food. I didn't know what was going to be up with the food, but I knew something was up. And then Franklin went and stood in this corner and was starting to act groggy and falling over and all that stuff, the same way he was acting when he got tranked at Tony the Tiger's cage. And then he goes and hugs Wanda and gives Wanda a promotion. I was like, damn, well, maybe I got it wrong with Wanda in her damn cross colors outfit, chilling. He promotes her because she's been doing such a good job and she's totally happy, excited that she's getting promoted. But ladies and gentlemen, could that be a misdirection by the writers? We up here, we all happy for Wanda. We thinking it's all good with Wanda, her cross colors dress, and maybe they're going to take us for a curve with her. And as we seen Franklin groggy from the strawberries, Oso is getting groggy from the strawberries. Now, we know Oso has the type of body that can handle all kinds of drugs and push them out and flush them out, and he still can maneuver under drugs, and he's over here rubbing his eyes and shit, and I knew it was about to be on then. Then we get, look who decided to come from power and be in Snowfall. He's the folks down in Arkansas. And as they're introducing him, Franklin is starting to be under the full control of the LSD because he's seeing squirrels and tigers and shit running all underneath the table. He looking under the table, and I'm up here laughing my ass off like this dude. They done got him. And then Sissy's having a conversation with the people from out in the Midwest, She's talking about their earrings and how they flossing and everything. And look at my man over there with his gold cap teeth, looking like a Flavor Flav without the cornrows. I was like, boy, get them checks, brother. Get them checks. Then we see Franklin have a conversation with Scully outside. And of course, Scully dropped some of that D knowledge on Franklin about egos and wearing down egos. And I love every time Scully's on the screen. And basically, when he walks away, he tells Franklin, let your uncle know I hooked him up. And this is my way of helping to commemorate, consummate this wedding on their behalf. And that giggle, that was supposed to let us know he's the whole reason that chocolate has been spiked with LSD. And then we got Leon talking to Franklin about reading that book. And in that moment, Franklin took off running. Did y'all see the way Franklin's legs was moving? His legs was moving like somebody on Tiny Toons because he was trying to get to that damn bathroom. That shit was funny too. And then we got Jerome and Louie talking about Franklin and laughing because they're admitting that they spiked everything with LSD to make this party hype, to make it fun. And this is what I mean when I said all we seen was white, because people was grinning ear to ear. Look at Louie teeth about to touch her ear, and look at Uncle Rome teeth going all the way through the bill like a surgical cut because they is laughing their asses off. Now back to Franklin. He done ran into that bathroom and his hallucinations have brought him Rob, person he done killed. And these hallucinations is so bad, he think Rob is about to kill him. And he is just tripping in this bathroom. Rob is going through everything Franklin did wrong to other people that's creating these crazy hallucinations in his mind. Why his psyche, his conscience is battling him so bad because he's done all these dastardly deeds and has tried to justify them with bullshit. And Rob in the hallucination shoots Franklin, then he's all on the ground. But Franklin ain't the only one who's overcome by the hallucination. Sissy is overcome by hallucinations, and she sees her man Alton walking, and she starts smiling ear to ear, looking like LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow. She's going to chase her man, and then she gets stopped by the Unc, and I guess she's starting to realize this ain't real, and that's when Unc lets her know, we spiked everybody with this LSD. And then we see my man, my man was dancing, then he just falls on the ground and he's rolling and convulsing like he's on fire, and he stopped, dropping and rolling, knees all up in the air on the ground, and nobody went over there to check on my man for a minute. It took them a minute before they started to go check on my man. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we get this scene right here between Franklin and his mama. And this is another classic scene and acting from not only Sissy, but Franklin too. Take a look at this.
What's wrong? I got a son that puts white people above their father and money before God. That's what's wrong. Everything you do for yourself. That's not what your father taught you. That's not what your mother taught you.
Go. I'll talk
Where
to you
does
later.
that come from?
Don't say it anytime!
So that is Franklin and his mama both tripping on acid. Both of them tripping. And in this moment, she had come in there to check on her son and take care of him. And then she started talking that, you putting white men before the family, you put the white men before your daddy. And Franklin is like, I ain't trying to hear that. And he displayed another fine piece of acting. This boy was going off this episode with the acting. And it caused Sissy to roll her eyes at him and look at him and leave the premises, man, because she wasn't trying to hear that shit. And he escapes back into the bathroom. I had a whole lot of emotional fun with this episode, laughing left and right. And after she leaves Franklin, she goes outside and she's very upset with Cuban National. She even confronts him in front of Avi. And before she got out there, Avi was talking to Cuban National, who you guys, if you picked up on it, he was already doing intel on who the hell is you, Avi. Avi was basically saying, I'm the only white guy out here in a black wedding. And, pretending to be a butler, the Cuban National was just sucking down information. Now, you guys got to know he's the one wearing the wire that is getting recorded outside by somebody in that van. And Sissy confronts him, and Avi basically steps in and says, he's just a butler, honey. He's just a butler. When Sissy knows the truth. And I'm wondering if Cuban National understands what's going on, because he probably doesn't know that everybody's been spiked with LSD. But I'm sure if he's working with the Cuban government, he understands when people are disoriented, and he might have picked up on it. But Sissy basically came clean about what's going on with him in terms of trying to get to Teddy, and she feels like she has just signed a death wish to her family. We go back inside. Franklin's hallucinations is getting worse because V knocks on the door, and it's really not V. Opens the door, her ass looks like she's about to deliver the baby. She ain't showing yet. And she's basically going through Franklin's conscience again, letting him know everything he's done wrong, how it's all going to crash on his head. And he's just in a way right now, ladies and gentlemen. This boy and the conscience and all the dirt he's did is just being uncovered layer after layer after layer while he's going through this hallucination. Then we get a beautiful moment between Louis and Unc as they're exchanging this poem they've said to each other that has helped them get through all these hard times. It's a wonderful little thing. I love the way they did this, kind of like they went a cappella style poetry in this moment between the two and what they meant and felt for each other. Love this moment. I mean, there's not a lot you could say bad about this whole entire series and the way they put things together. And I enjoyed this moment. I want you guys to post me your comments on how you felt about this exchange between the two. We get Leon talking to Avi. And basically, Leon is, he's going on Black Power right now. And I do like Avi because Avi is he's not per se a white guy. He's from another country. So he's had the opportunity to see what life is like outside of America, what it's like inside of America. And he's dropping knowledge on Leon saying you need to expand your horizons. If a white guy has a good idea, don't disavow the idea because it's a white guy. Learn from the white guy. Go outside your box. Maybe you can learn how to overthrow the white guy using his own damn idea. And that's where he put the bug in Leon's ear to go ahead, take your trip outside of America so you can get some perspective. Ladies and gentlemen, I ultimately see this leading to Leon doing his pilgrimage to Mecca. And we'll get back to that in a few minutes because that's exactly what he's about to go do. Franklin hallucinating again, talking to Teddy, saying, if it comes down to me and you, I will kill you. But what happens in this hallucination that Franklin doesn't realize, he actually calls Teddy in the midst of this hallucination. And then they flip the script to Teddy getting off the phone from Franklin saying, I will kill you, as Teddy gets back in the car and is talking to Please Me, Parissa. And she's like, what the hell happened? He's like, Franklin called me to say he's going to kill me. And oh, please me, please my, you know what? Parissa says, well, at least you know his ass is not home. Now you can go handle your business. And that's exactly what they go do. They get ready to go handle that business in Franklin's house, getting all the info. Then we get back to this wedding, and two characters that have been on Power. You got my man on the left, my man on the right, and in between them is Wanda breaking this shit up, letting them know that y'all been spiked. And she ain't been spiked because she's allergic to chocolate. And I thought that was funny. And then as soon as they leave that, they bust over here to Leon asking Wanda to take this trip to Africa with him. And that took her aback because you remember she went to Leon this season wanting to get a job and he wouldn't hire her. And they had a relationship, and I guess that went awry because Wanda fell off the wagon. And in this moment, Wanda is just like, I can't believe you're asking me this now. But I wonder what's going to happen. And was this foreshadowing that Wanda could be up to no good inside Franklin's organization. You guys post me your comments. Then, ladies and gentlemen, the scene of scenes. I am going to play it for you guys one more time because this was just some damn good acting by Damson Idris. Damn, son, you did it well right here.
I help people. Help people. My God, you listen to yourself? God damn, nigga. What about Mr. Right? What about him? What about Kevin? And even Rob, man, boy, your dad? And all the niggas you and your little motherfucking minions done plotted on in between. Tiana, Khadijah, Lenny, Carvel, him, her, bodies. They're all dead. That's how you help Franklin? No. No, I made me and my people rich. Fuck kind of life will they have without me? They don't see it that way, nigga. And that's why this whole thing's about to fall apart.
His alter conscience talking to him about all the bodies he did. And the way that man was going in, pulling that fake trigger about all the people he killed, I enjoyed that. I could watch this thing a couple of more times. But he let Franklin know, look, bro, things is about to fall on your damn head. You don't even see it coming, but you better be ready for it. Franklin goes and has a touching moment with Leon, lets Leon know that, bruh, I love you. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye. You've had my back. I've got yours. And maybe at this moment, all the things Leon has been saying about we need to get out this game and take care of our people, the way Franklin apologized to him and said, I love you, I think that the high from the LSD is coming down. Franklin's starting to understand that, you know what, I do need to get out this game, but it's not going to be easy to get out. And on top of that, Leon has been taking care of Franklin's mom. Sissy was hallucinating and going nuts, and he put her in the car, and she's always been like a second mother to Leon. So we're going to see, man, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff that's got to happen in the finale episodes of this show because there is a whole lot going on. Then they show us Teddy in there taking photos at Franklin's crib. And while he's doing that, oh, please me, Parissa. Oh, please me, Panty Draws Parissa is in there playing with herself, letting him hear it on the damn walkie-talkie. And she won't shut the hell up. She's in there in her own panty draws, pleasing herself, basically supposed to be the lookout, and is on the walkie-talkie going, And at the end of the day, Teddy's able to get her to shut up because he promised to take her on a date. I want to know where they going with please me, Parissa. Please my panty draws, Parissa. Where are we ultimately going with her? And how is this thing going to end with her and Teddy? Post your comments if you think please my panty draws, Parissa is going to die. And then we see the human cockroach turned into a human with a jerry curl, old backshot Buckley, outside the club where Kane is located. And ladies and gentlemen, this is what I meant when I started my review. How things is going to go awry with Kane. Everything is settled with Kane at this moment, and I do believe Kane. But this hit that was put on him, not from Franklin, but from Louis, is going to feel like the hit was put on him from Franklin because you know this shit with old Backshot Buckley is about to go terribly wrong. Backshot Buckley's probably about to die. And Kane is going to be at war with Franklin and his family again. And this is probably going to lead into next season. And this might be the event that is going to get Franklin and Louis back on the same team. Because in the very last scene, ladies and gentlemen, just another great scene. You got Louis telling Franklin at this moment it's too late because Franklin has apologized to Lou. He should have made her a partner, and she's basically telling him it's too late. And then when she walks away after giving him that kind of a kiss, which I've never known cousins or family members kiss each other in such a succulent, intimate way, look at the look on Franklin's face as the lights behind him are flashing in and out to tell us, the audience, bing, 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 bing. Franklin just realized that it's an inside job coming and it's been orchestrated by Lou. So ladies and gentlemen, post me all your comments on how you enjoyed this episode. What do you think is going to happen? Be sure to come back tonight as I go live with the living legend Larry. And then I'll be going live tomorrow night with Moochie, Nita, Miss K, and my big homie in Detroit, T Streams, to recap this episode of Snowfall all over again. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, send me your messages over there, and download the podcast. Till that next Sex is Hell video, I'll see you.